I love women. I love women so much that if someone told me to choose between my friends and a girl, I'm choosing the girl 100 times out of 100. Some would even call me a girl's girls. I'm the type of guy to snitch to my friend's girl when he's cheating. Like, what can I say? I'm a feminist. I'm really one with the movement. So since I'm one with the movement, I'm gonna be talking about the types of girls that will steal a woman's man. Because I'll be real, 95% of men under 30 are going to fold under pressure. So just keep these women away from your man. And the first type of girl is the girl best friend. And there's really two types of girl best friends. The first type of girl best friend isn't even all too attractive. Your man is not thinking about cracking her, but don't get me wrong, if an opportunity arises, 1,000,000% he is going to crack buns. That's just how men are. Like, the only exception to the rule is if your boyfriend is very good looking. So good looking that he's just used to female attention that he doesn't really care and isn't really tempted like that. But this only applies when your man is experienced with being good looking. That nigga would have had to come out the womb being good looking. It can't be a situation where a couple months ago your man looked like burnt mold and then soon after he got glow up and now he's a Love Island candidate. But ladies, if your man's girl best friend actually looks good, maybe even better than you, you're cooked. Because he's always going to be actively trying to crack that. Maybe not even just trying to crack that, he might even want to make that his girl. Because in truth they just have better chemistry and there's nothing you can really do about that. They have better chemistry and they look better than you. They are better than you at damn near every single stat. You can't really compete with that. Like, the best case scenario is if your man makes that his side piece and keeps you as the main piece, but that only applies is if you have some special talent, like being the mother of his child or something. But if that's not the case, you're gonna be displaced, you're just gonna be the side piece and she's gonna be the main piece. But regardless of what you got, buns are being cracked regardless. You can't do anything to stop that shit. My only solution to this dilemma is to resort to violence. Fight for your lover. But if you're a medium ugly couple and your medium ugly man has a very beautiful girl best friend, I can't lie, you might have to take her off a map. And not too many people would even be mad at you.
Elaborate, Milu.
I got to, Z.
Because you have to blame life for turning off skill-based matchmaking. That is not a fair matchup. That's not a fair competition. And if the roles were reversed, I'm doing the exact same thing. If I had a girl and I found out her best friend was Michael B. Jordan, I promise you there will never ever be another Creed movie. The franchise will end there. So ladies, ensure your man doesn't have any female friends. It doesn't matter how chopped they are. I promise you, most of us men will crush anything. But in truth, it's not that hard from stopping a girl best friend from taking your man. But having a gooner boyfriend is a lot more difficult. Because the thing with this is that lots of girls get a little bit too complacent. They be thinking, oh, my man's never gonna meet this girl in real life. But your man is probably doing everything in his power to make sure he meets her in real life. Like, these are the type of guys to follow Victoria XO even while being in a relationship and DMing her every single waking moment. I'm very familiar with those type of guys. Them guys there are manifesting meeting those OF baddies. He's manifesting cheating on you. That's the law of attraction.
Do the knowledge.
You beautiful ladies need to start being like Berkey Hill, cutting off your mans if he starts gooning too much. And worst thing you can do is let a bop around your man. And I'm not talking about no Kazumi. I'm talking about some actual fine type of bop that will free it up to anyone. No matter how strong-willed you think your man is, he is going to free it up to her. Like if Sophie Rain was willing to let your man hit, I guarantee you he is not going to stay loyal. It doesn't even need to be someone like Sophie Rain. They could be chopped. I guarantee your man is going to cheat. I know a guy that cheated on his girl for a bop on Valentine's Day, on the day of love. So what makes you think you're safe? Like if a man's falling into a chopped bop on the most romantic day of the year, what's stopping a man from doing it on a random Tuesday? So ladies, be wary of atrocious, and trust me, there is no limit on how many bodies these females have. They could be a biological weapon like Danae Davis. Trust me, niggas are still cracking that shit. And the difference when men and women cheat, women will tell the man to try to spite them. Men will never tell the woman because they're not doing it out of spite, they're doing it out of pleasure, they're doing it out of a love of the game. But on the bright side, if your man cheats on you with a bop, he will come back to you. Now ladies, the next type of people doesn't really have anything to do with the type of people, it's more to do with you. And I'm talking about if a lady has no badges, has no attributes, has nothing going for her, a man is definitely going to cheat. Maybe not even cheat, might just even leave you. For example, if you have no cooking badges, because no man wants his primary diet to be Indomie noodles. Cause when it gets to a point where a girl has no cooking badges, a man's really gonna start thinking about switching sides. I might have to join Cardo and Jalen. We might have to become a trio. Because we can't lie now, Jalen does facilitate those good eats. Alright, maybe that there's a bit of an exaggeration. But if your man runs into a girl that can actually cook, that's feeling him, I promise you, that's not gonna be your man no more. It could be like a cooking with Kaya situation. The girl doesn't even need to be better looking than you. All it takes is for the badges to just be significantly better. Because we can't lie now, Cooking with Kaya has those badges that you want the mother of your kids to have. But yeah, you could say someone like Cooking with Kaya is a rare exception. But a plate cleaner, they have those type of badges. You need to be wary of those type of females, cause you may think they're chopped, they're fat, they're ugly, but as soon as your man smells that barbecue chicken and mac and cheese, he's going to leave you like that. And it's not even just the plate cleaners. When as a girl you have no badges, anyone can take your man from you. It could even be one of them grandmas, because once a black woman gets past the age of 65, they unlock some secret cooking art that makes all their food taste good, and each year they get older, their food gets better. So a senior citizen can really take your man from you. And you may be thinking a grandma's a little crazy. No, it's not. When you're a shark, 18 plus means anything over 18. There is no age cap on 18 plus. They could be a century old. I'm still contemplating crushing buns. But I'm really showing you, as soon as I turn 18, I'm gonna be a threat to this world. If someone even so much as looks at me the wrong way, I'm moving to their mother. So what if someone calls me ugly? I crack their mum. Like, yeah, they call me ugly, but I crack their mum. Now they're calling me daddy. So who really feels like egg in this situation? Same thing with the aunties. With the aunties, you don't even need to say anything to me. You don't even need to look at me the wrong way. I could see your auntie coming back from church looking all fine. Bro, I'm gonna move to her. Like, yeah, they may get more money than me, but they're calling me uncle. So who's really losing in this situation? And don't worry, I have no issue going up the family tree. Like Gojo Satoru, I'm limitless. Like, if it's a day when Nonzi gets me right of the haircut, I might just fool around and move to your grandma. Because there are some fine grandmas out there. The only issue with stopping me is age. But when I'm 18, shit's gonna be moving different. You're gonna have to start calling me granddaddy. Trust me, I'm taking full advantage of our 18 plus team. The world government's gonna have to create new laws to stop me, because some of your mothers and grandmas are way too fine for my liking. But we digress. So ladies, make sure you have some type of badges that can keep your man loyal to you, because being good looking and being leng isn't good enough anymore. And another great attribute that another woman could have to cause your man to cheat is the ability to sing. And they don't necessarily need to be famous. All it takes is for your man to fall asleep on FaceTime to her while she's singing. And these singing people are a multi-gender issue. Any gender has an issue with these singing people, because all it takes is for them to hear a couple high notes and now they've taken my significant other from me. And it's even worse when these singing people are famous. You can't do anything about it. Like, the only way to stop a weird singing lady from taking your man is to come up with some weird cancellation thing. Like, her shoe wasn't put on correctly at the Met Gala, so now the entire internet is gonna cancel her. Because I be real, stuff like that when it comes to women, it does work for some reason. But you also gotta make sure your man doesn't become too famous, because of a lot of times when black men become famous, they start dancing in the snow for some reason. And there's not much you can really do to stop it. It's just a circle of life. It's a canon event for 85% of famous celebrities. So now I understand why some women trap athletes with babies, because some random Russian supermodel called Sarah is messing up their chances of generational wealth. But sometimes a man's girl being the mother of his child doesn't even work. Like, a nigga could be in a beautiful loving relationship, a big happy loving family, and decide to throw all that away for the sake of cheating.
Is this nigga serious?
Like, at this point, some men just like doing it for the love of the game. Well, at least not me though. So you might as well follow the IG and interact, subscribe while you're at it, and maybe even drop a like. I'm trying to see if this video can get 300 likes. And now that these cheating series are complete, the moral of the stories is don't cheat.
This was a Haywa production.